So welcome to Wisdom 2.0 2020, our 11th year. We are so excited for the program for the next couple days. And thank you for coming from whether you live right down the street or whether you live across the country. We know these are really challenging times to get around, and we so appreciate you making the space, showing up, still believing in human connection, still believing in the power of love and the power of mindfulness and the power of all of us gathering. I'm going to invite Michelle out in a moment, who will be our MC for the weekend, and we'll go over some kind of practices and things that we all can do so that we can connect and love safely. And we're super excited to have the former Surgeon General with us. Vivek Murthy is coming. The current California Surgeon General, Nadine Burke-Harris, is also with us. So it's a really exciting day of programs. We do have a few people that were elders that we're going to have to live stream in. One, Jack Hornfield has the flu, got it yesterday. And Byron Katie also made a last-minute decision with her doctor who suggested that she also stream in. So we will be streaming both of them, and they really wish they could be here, and they're like so sad that they can't. But everybody else will be here live and in person, but they're two kind of elders who've been here, I don't know, Jack's been here like, I think 10 out of 11 years. We will have to stream him in, and he was joking that he could wear his mask. He wears a mask around the house while he's doing the video screen in, and I said, I don't think that's the problem. So we'll still have their presence, and Katie will also be doing a Q&A with the audience. And so if there's questions you want to ask her, she's going to do a Q&A, and there'll be somebody that she actually invites up to do the work. So that'll be happening a little bit later. But I also wanted to talk about why we're all here and why we gather. This whole idea for Wisdom 2.0 came to me probably about 12 years ago. And I'd always really had a fascination and love for technology, and I've always had a fascination and love for spirituality, but the two never really overlapped. Like I would have my techie friends and I'd have my spiritual friends, and we just didn't talk to each other. And I realized, like, there's no way we're really going to solve the great challenges of our age unless we bring these two pieces together, right? We need modern practical wisdom, and we need it integrated into our day and life. And I think if you look at the world today, the world in some ways is getting crazier and meaner and with more and more anger and frustration. And if you just look on the news, it's just often so negative, and it's easy to get down, and it's easy to forget in the power that we have to create a different situation. And so for part of the intention for me with Wisdom 2.0 is, can we gather and can we bring the best spiritual teachers, the best business leaders, the best social activists together so we begin to kind of get a map or a direction forward of where our culture goes and where our culture needs to go. We need to have compassion and mindfulness in every school in the country. We need to have compassion and mindfulness. Thank you. We need to have compassion and mindfulness for every politician, mandatory programs to go through. Yeah. This is how you speak to another person, right? This is how you are aware of your own triggers, and you don't repeat those triggers onto somebody else. We need to have these programs in business. We need to be able to teach each other how do we relate to each other in ways that honor each person. And so I feel like the way that we're going to do this is not because I have an idea or so-and-so has an idea. The way we're going to do this is that we all come together and we all get inspired and we all feel that passion inside of us, and then we go back to our communities, and we go back to our schools, we go back to our businesses, we go back to wherever we come from, and we bring this into those places. So in some ways, you're all ambassadors, and we're having our ambassador reunion where we come together, we remember, we learn, we connect, and then we all go back into the world and we do our little piece. We plant our seeds, we start a program in this school, we start a program in this company, we practice more patience with our children, as hard as that can be. And so we're all coming together, and my vision for us is, again, can we begin to set forth a practical vision for our country that's based on wisdom, and it's based on compassion, and it's based on mindfulness. And as much as I think we need new technology is not going to save us. It's not going to save climate change, I'm sad to say. It can help, but it's going to be through a change of consciousness, and it's going to be through a change of heart that we do anything. And so that's what we come for. We come to look into our own hearts. We come to look into our own mind, bodies, and hearts. We come to connect with other people, and we can create the world that hopefully our children and our children and our children's children will be a beautiful, livable world for them. And they'll know how to create websites and create apps, but they'll also know how to have another human connection and how to speak to another person and how to look somebody else in the eyes and how to feel their pain and how to be with their pain. And so in order for us to do that, we need to come together and we need to be inspired and we need to learn from our elders and amazing teachers. And so our job is to create the best content we can find, which we do every year. We try and create the best content we can find that we feel sets forth that vision. And so that means, how do we become more embodied? How do we know and better understand our trauma and heal from trauma? How do we understand and heal from our loneliness? How do we become better at awareness practices? So this is all planned for you for the next 2 days. And we're super excited for you to be here, and we're super excited for the program. And thank you for hanging in there with us. There might be more glitches coming your way, but we'll manage them together and we'll roll with them together. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart for showing up, and really, really appreciate you being here.